So on the 15th of August, Rush Limbaugh resorted to doing what he always does. He sees how low he can go. He called Kamala Harris a hoe. He said he called her California matches for sleeping her way to the top. Now, that's insulting, but I'm not one of those cats who looks the other way and kind of goes, oh, well, that's the... No. If you say something about folk I like, I'll say something about folk you like. Now, Kamala Harris, I know this. I know that I can't click Google and see a picture of her butt ass naked. I know that. I know the first lady, if I took a mind to, I could see her vagina right now. And yet you take time to call someone running for the vice presidency of the United States and potentially the president of the United States. You demean her that way and you think it's okay? You're a man, as far as I know, who's dealing with a life-threatening illness. And I certainly don't wish death on anybody. But it's awful ironic that you're spending what could be your last few breaths demeaning people. You think that was the purpose of your life, to drag people down, to pass out hate, to demean, to destroy? Is that what you're here for? Is that whatever life you've been blessed to have and however long you have it, is this the way you want it to go? Do you want, you're a recipient of a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and this is what you do? No message of hope. Usually when people are faced with their own mortality, they start to change. But apparently you don't. Apparently the warning call, the warning signs that you've chosen to ignore. You chose to go even lower. You've chosen to be even more horrible, less humane. It is hard to be sympathetic, regardless of what someone is going through, when they do that. I don't wish death on anybody, but I certainly do not wish that if somebody is faced with their own mortality, that they do this. This is what you do. You're trying, I don't care how much you achieve. I don't care what it is you go through. I don't care the gamut that you have to run. Some kind of way, when you are a person of a certain hue or a certain gender, it always resorts to hurtful tactics. Always. Let me see how evil I can be. Let me see how hurtful I can be. And one of the most hurtful things you can do to any woman is to taint her sexuality. Is to diminish her accomplishments. Now, I can say this honestly. Now, you say she slept her way to the top in California. I tell you what, I don't know a lot, but it seems like the first lady slept her way to America. No one's mentioning that, because that's not important. That's not what the presidential race is all about. You're spending whatever time you have left doing what you've done before. So even on the precipice of something dramatic and dark happening to you, you choose to go lower. You choose to be worse. You choose to be less. You received an honor that several noteworthy people have gotten earlier this year, and this is what you do. This is what you do. You choose to make things worse, and what could be your twilight hours. Now, I don't know. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a time clock, but I do know this: most people, when they're faced with what could be their own mortality, start to be different. Most people start to change. Most people start to look at their lives and see what they could have done different or better. And if they don't do that, then what they have is wasted a life. What they're doing right now, what you are doing right now, is becoming a waste of life. In the end, you don't want to build. You want to destroy. And I'm going to say something I would never say. Despite all the evil stuff you are doing and have done and will continue to do with whatever time you have left, I hope it sincerely satisfies you, because it is the way that you're going to leave this earth. That's a little note from the GED section.